Okay, here we go. It's time for another edition of RJ's Lives. And now for something completely different. We have almost an all new crew. Uh, so we'll go around and introduce everybody. Well, first I'll say, let's see, Patty has decided to be off for a couple weeks because Ireland is playing in the rugby finals. And so he wanted to be able to watch that. Uh, TK sent me an email earlier this week and he had something come up, so he can't be here today. And Matt also had something come up, and so he's taking care of some family business. And so I put out the call on our Discord server, and all these guys decided to help me bring this to you. Of course, we have Tom from Knife Delights, our resident producer and good friend of mine. And you guys know Randy from Randy's WSG. He's been on here before. Dave from Singing Toad. He's been on here before. But first timers that we have today is we have Jake from Uncommon EDC. And we also have Kaylin from Gunslinger Cal. So welcome, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome. All right. And Dave, you're ready to go. Let's talk about Knife Slice.
I was just saying, I was asking if you had him on your show before, because I had reached out to him when you said you had 3 spots available, and he actually said he was interested on being on the show sometime. So,
well, I would, just let me know when he is available, and maybe you guys can both come on. That's fine.
Yeah, I gave him your email address, so just reach out to RJ, and he can arrange when you can come on, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's always hit and miss for me.
Yeah. Luckily, it was
do we want 2 Canucks on at the same time as the questions? Because all we'll hear is A.
Maple syrup A. Poutine A. Molson Canadian beer A.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, yeah. How can I forget that?
Okay. Well, today we thought we'd just start out with some of our favorite knives and stuff, and so I'll let you go first, Jake. Do you want to show us one of your favorite knives?
Yeah, sure. So I've only recently gotten into traditional, so I have a decent collection going of traditionals, but first love is definitely modern locking knives. So this is one of my favorites that I've picked up. This was from CCKS, a local show here in California, one of 50 with the abalone inlay on that button, honeycomb scales. And this is the ProTech Mordax, so nice little button lock, super fidgety. A little bit more, I'd say, than the Malibu, which is obviously the popular button lock they have. But one of my favorites for sure.
It's nice.
Yeah. Nice action on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, Cal, do you want to show one of yours? We'll get you next, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my favorite modern right here. This is a Kershaw Shuffle. And
oh, yeah.
That's the only one I've ever carried. And I don't have any other modern knives. So this is my first one.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it has a screwdriver, lanyard hole, follow. Forgot what kind of steel it's in, but it's in bead wash. There you go. Can't see it.
Very nice. Now, Cal, you just started your channel not too long ago, right?
Yes, I look back. Starting date was August the 27th of this year. Oh, there you go. He's got one too. Very nice.
That's awesome. So
kind of a little over a month.
Yeah. So what was your inspiration, and what made you say, I'm just going to jump into this crazy YouTube knife community?
Well, it's a funny story. I was cleaning out my storage unit, found a couple of my old knives that I'd collected when I was a kid, and had them laid out across my bed one day, and I think I had maybe 30 or 40, and decided that start watching some YouTube videos on knives. The Fighting Rooster knives really was what got me into it. My curiosity was if anybody had posted any videos of the Fighting Rooster videos, and of course Warthog and Patty had.
Yeah.
And, so I think those two guys were the first guys that I started watching, and after that, got on Slippy's channel and joined the Discord, and I guess the fire was lit right there.
That's true.
Ever since.
You'll definitely get encouragement from the Discord server to start a channel and to get into the mix of things. That's for sure.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I was at I hit 200 this morning. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, congratulations! That's
Appreciate it.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That is awesome. I love it. Okay, Randy, did you want to show the knife you had there a second ago?
No doubt. So it's a 1981 Texas Jack, and that's my birth year. Let me see if I can get that to focus. But it actually was Gunslinger Cal that pushed me to buy this one.
That's a nice knife. I'm jealous because I love my Texas Jack that I have, but it's newer than that.
Like the jigging on it's like really good. It has a few black spots on the blade,
Right.
and a little bit of rust on the inside, but nothing bad.
Yeah.
A fantastic knife. And then I had to carry it. It just seemed fitting to carry one of Randy's slips, Georgia Adventurer.
Yeah. Very nice.
Back quick, but definitely one of my top favorite knives.
Fantastic. Oh, and I see Gary, the Last Ranger, is here. Welcome, Gary. And
Hey.
Patrick from 1 Minute Knife Review. Hey, guys. Glad that you're here. Andrew from Baxter's Blades. We got a ton of people here in the chat room. We got Mike Curtis and Terry's Knives and stuff. James Alton. Just all kinds of great people are here. So this is fantastic. All right. Who wanted to go next?
I just wanted to make an announcement. I'm
Yes,
trying
sir.
to get all the channel links up in the comments, but just so you know, I'm on a work slowdown. I have not received a paycheck from RJ since I don't know when, so I'm working slow. And if I accidentally miss you, if I accidentally miss your channel, please let me know.
You guys, if you miss, if Tom misses your channel, then blame it on me.
Yeah, because I do.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Tom.
Now we try to get all the channels acknowledged. Every now and then there's a name pops up and I don't realize they have a channel. So if you have a channel there and I'm not recognizing it, put me a note in the old chat box here. We'll get you up.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so who's next? All right, well then I guess I'll go. Oh, there you go. You got Band-Aids.
I was just going to ask if Randy has some Band-Aids with him just nearby,
Yep, I haven't been able to.
Safety
Yeah.
first here,
Safety third, is that what you said? Safety is job one.
that again.
There you go.
I really like that. That's super awesome. I'm ready to go whenever anyone wants.
Okay, I'm bringing you up right now.
So I just wanted to highlight that their Gunslinger, I too also have a shuffle, and the blade steel on that is the 8 Sierra 13 MOV.
There you go.
Dandy little knife. But as far as a favorite knife is concerned, I'll just show one for now. And right now, it used to be my favorite Spyderco knife. Used to be. And it's just recently lost that title to this guy right here, the Native 5 Lightweight.
Nice.
And what's pushed it out of its number one spot for me is the fact that this knife is just full ambidextrous. Because it's a mid-back lock with the opening hole, I can open and close this knife left or right-handed without any thought and any worry of injuring myself. The Tenacious is a liner lock, and it's more right-hand friendly than it is left-hand friendly. It's a little more trickier to put this knife away left-handed. and I don't have the dexterity that some people do with their left hand. So this I can use both left or right-handed, and with confidence and not worry about lopping a finger off. Plus CPM MagnaCut, super awesome blade steel.
Very nice.
So that's my current favorite knife right at the moment.
Yep. I'm looking. I don't know. MagnaCut's in my future, but I don't know what form it will take.
I think the Buck Laren would be good for you.
Yeah, probably would.
I think that'd be right up your alley.
What are you doing putting this Singing Toad on here? Obviously, he knows nothing about Spyderco knives. There is nothing better than the Spyderco Ambitious. This has quickly become one of my favorite knives. And for everyone in the chat box, this was gifted to me by Singing Toad. And, sir, thank you very much for this wonderful gift.
Oh,
it really is a handy knife. Yep. My first Spyderco, by the way.
Now you have to click them all.
You got called out by MB EDC. He says we're talking about MagnaCut already in the first 10 minutes. Guilty as charged.
Oh no, Baxter said I'm on mute. Can you hear me? Hello?
What?
I can hear you.
What?
We can hear you.
You guys couldn't hear me earlier. At least Caitlin couldn't.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
If we didn't have his Canadian filter on.
Yeah, that's not fun if you can't be part of the show. Well, I have a mix of modern and traditional stuff, as you guys know. But one of my favorite fidgety knives is still the Banter. Love this little knife. That's just a really handy companion, and I just love that spear blade. It's just a fun knife. Great action on it. And it just flies out. It's everything you need when you need it.
Yeah, that one's on my list of knives to buy.
Yeah, I still I need to get a lander too to get Ben's new creation.
Space Kitty lander.
Yes,
nice.
exactly. Because I have, I've said it before, but in case anyone forgot, I actually live with 4 cats. So yeah, nice. The Space Kitty was definitely one that I need to get. So how do you like that lander?
I like it a lot. I think it's behind the Baby Banter for me, but how did the rest? The Banter and the Big Banter?
Yeah, I don't think the Big Banter is something I would be wanting to get. I do have a Baby Banter also. I like both of the Banters for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check out one of the landers. All righty. So this is where you guys jump in and talk. It's okay. You're among friends.
I think the first I ever reviewed on my channel was the Kershaw Shuffle. And Tom's muted.
Yeah, Tom's muted.
No,
now.
I'm not. Sorry.
Oh, troll.
I saw what was going on there. I was just letting them run with it.
You troll me, I'll troll you.
Hey, this isn't a fishing show. Come on now.
I guess Tom's filling in for Slippy today.
Somebody had to take his spot. Every once in a while we get Spicy Tom, and I like it. So
come on, somebody say something bad about 420 HC. That'll get me animated.
Yeah, that 420 HC, is it true that as soon as you try to slice anything, like even a green bean, it just rolls the edge?
Oh, it does. It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Paul Boss heat treatment is junk. In fact, you just hold 420 HC near tissue paper, and the edge just rolls on its own.
I know. I could heat treat better in my oven. Yeah.
In my toaster.
It's an easy bake oven at that.
Oh, Jerome, 420 HC. What pop metal is that? See, that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
No respect whatsoever.
Tell us about that newfangled Buck Collector Club, Tom. Did you watch that video?
I did. Zach in the Wild put out he went and visited the Buck Collectors Club and gave the history on it. it's pretty fascinating. I am a member. I didn't get to go to the gathering, lack of funds, but maybe someday I'll make it to that. It, now everyone can poke fun at me here, but I know I have a whole family of buck nerds out there to support me. So
That's right.
it's like a support group for buckaholics, I
So
guess.
is the annual meeting always held at the same place, or does it travel around?
I don't know. This is my first year, so I just
Okay.
joined it a year ago. I should have joined it before, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, buck collectors. I think it's like $20 a year. It's pretty reasonable.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And you do have access. They do make limited edition knives just for the collectors club, and there's a lot of neat benefits for doing it. And if you like buck knives, it's a good resource. That's where I get a lot of my information on the knives, is through them. So
Yeah.
one nice thing about buck is they do have, they've kept a good history of their knives, at least, from like the 60s on, where a lot of knife companies, it's hard to get the history on the different models and that. But Buck has, and through the Collectors Club, been able to keep that history alive and really document the changes. And so I find it a lot of fun.
If the Buck Club
That's
ever comes to Canada, I'll go check it out.
good.
I've got several bucks sitting in front of me right now.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be here in the States to join the club. So
Well, speaking
that I
of
know of.
speaking of bucks, I'll show you one of my favorite stockmen is this little buck 303 Cadet. This is the one that I sent back for the spa treatment, and they reworked this knife. It's just like brand new. And this knife was built in, I think, 91 or 92. So for that age of a knife, I mean, it's perfect. They did a really great job restoring it. They fixed up the blades. It's still got decent snap. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that looks basically brand new.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Which is pretty good because with the Buck warranty, I had actually bought this knife secondhand. I found it at a thrift store here in town for like $20, and two blades were pretty chewed up on it, the Spey and the sheep's foot. The sheep's foot had a broken tip on it. And then I sent it up there and they fixed it all up. I think they replaced those messed up blades on it, but yeah, that was awesome. It came back way better than I thought it was going to.
That was $10.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike Curtis says he's a member of the Case Collectors Club, and I've thought about joining that at some point too.
Yeah,
The
I
Case
think
Knives has a Collectors Club too, and they have gatherings and get-togethers and special events. So, yep.
Yeah, I think I might join that Case Club, to tell you the truth, because I've been liking Case knives a lot this year, and I've been trying to get more of them in my collection as time goes
Yeah,
on.
you're sure enough a Case, all right.
You know
Different
it.
type of case.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I want to expand on that sentiment, but there you go.
You don't have to blow it up. I got the what is it? 309.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
We got
wonderful night.
That was a really nice one.
Yep.
The joint Sawyer just got a 305.
Very pretty.
Yeah. It was one of the, definitely like a nostalgic one for me.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and I just now noticed your hat. It's too bad that Patty's not here.
So that's what I wore. Done for Patty.
There you go. So,
Those on the
Oh, give us an over the moon. Give us an over the moon. You can't be Patty without an over the moon.
moon.
There you go.
Over the moon.
You got to put "wee" in front of it. Oh, it's wee little knife.
yeah.
I do have a wee little knife somewhere, but
Oh, that's pretty, Kalen.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got here. It's a box of knives.
Yeah.
Not just
There
any
you
knife.
go.
Tom's
Very
knives.
nice. I've not seen the red ones. I've seen black ones.
Yeah. I picked these up off of eBay, and they're the only buck knives I have. I've given away all my other ones. I've had a couple of 110s, some 112s, and a 301. But my buddy collects buck knives, so I give them all to him. But
Nice.
Are those bone?
yes, sir. Let's see. It says jig red bone. Is a little on this side here.
Okay, I see it now. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's very pretty.
It's a muskrat, or I'm sorry, it's labeled a muskrat, and it's actually a moose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great though.
And the other one is a mini trapper.
Oh, the tiny trapper.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Anyway.
All righty. So Mrs. C says that we should join KC's Knives Fast tomorrow night at 6:30. I just wanted to put that out there. KC sometimes is in the chat. I didn't see him today if he's there, but definitely check out his show if you guys haven't. And he's at I think 12,000 subs now.
Wow.
He just crested that number. Yeah, crazy numbers. You know, but that is awesome.
I really like his mic a lot. It's really, and especially the new ones, the Damascus.
Okay, so who's next?
I got a weird one I picked up this week at a local shop, and this is from Viperade, from all companies. They're known for their out-the-front autos, the kind of cheaper version of Microtech. But this one is actually push dagger. Let's see, is that picking
Cool.
up? And then it has a lock and turns into a fixed
cool.
blade. Just kind of a weird little knife.
That's very neat.
That is. It's like a
I like that it comes
convertible.
with a sheath. That's handy.
Yeah, yeah, and it stores as that push dagger. So
So, because how would
That's
you carry
crazy.
it otherwise, right?
yeah, exactly.
You know, you wouldn't want that in your back pocket
Yeah.
without the sheath on.
So it just kind of stores like this.
Wow.
Does it have a belt loop on the back?
Yeah,
It does, yeah. So yeah, you can carry it on your belt. That's cool.
yeah, exactly.
That is.
Always looking for weird knives like that.
Yeah, it is really unique.
And it locks in the push dagger configuration. So it's
Yeah, it's a lockback, so it
Oh,
locks
so
in
it
both
locks
configurations.
both ways. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so see the lock right here.
That's interesting how that works, because
Yeah.
most lockbacks, the lock only engages the full out position,
Yeah,
and you know you could
It,
just
it probably has a. It's engineered as a half stop.
yeah, that's how it must be.
yeah,
That's really cool.
Otherwise, it wouldn't stop and lock in that one
Yeah.
position. So it's got to
That's
be
what I
flat
mean.
on that
Yeah,
one end.
that's,
Yeah.
that's neat how that works. I've never seen something like that before, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's definitely unique.
yeah. Mikey Newman said that couldn't be any more illegal over here if it tried.
I was gonna say, yeah, that would also be illegal where I live too. Push daggers are like right on the prohibited weapons list. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess as long as I kept it in the fixed blade configuration, I could argue that. But it's broken; it doesn't fold shut for some reason. I don't know what's the matter with it.
Yeah, it's probably not legal here in California either. Just like all these autos, but you can own them, you just can't carry them.
Right, exactly. It's one of those oddities to the law. That's for sure.
I love this. BC Gerbs has, like a thumbs up for U.S. and a nice knife for Great Britain, and he's got a fire for California. So he recognizes California as a separate part of the United States. That's pretty neat.
And
That
we're
wasn't
on
for
fire.
Canada, for Dave.
Oh, Canada. Okay, that other foreign land. Okay.
I was gonna say, shouldn't the California logo be like cancer warning?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, our flag, if you notice, it couldn't be any more communist if you tried, because we have the Russian bear and the Chinese star. So
Bless your heart.
Oh no. Hello, BC Jers, by the way.
Ooh, what's
Yeah,
that one, Cal?
save the show. Let's show a knife.
This is a custom by Lewis Lilly. He's a local knife maker here in where I live, and got a stag handle. What's left of it, at least. It's been worn down. I blued the blade myself. When I learned how to blue things, I was bluing everything in sight. But cool little skinning knife, 6 blade. My dad picked up in an auction, and just to support his family, and have a few other knives by him, custom knives. So.
Very nice. And that gut hook is a hook.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I got just a quick one to show you. This is the Tempest Mike first. One of Casey's knives, and I was blown away how fast it's just lights out without any effort. But I won this on the Beard of Doom's lives. That was kind of cool.
I think it was lightning fast.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little slow.
That's cool.
No worries.
Let's speed it up, RJ.
I'm trying. I get distracted. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, trying to keep up with the show. It's tough. I need a producer, Tom.
Yeah, if you can never find a good one, let me know.
I got the best in the business. What are you talking about?
Hey, we're talking favorite knives. This has got to be right up there. This is one of the Marbles knives, the Woodsman. It's from 1915, and the knife was first designed in 1914. And from the research, I can tell it's probably the first year run because it says patent pending on the pile side of the blade, because the ones that were being made in 1916 and thereon did not have patent pending on it because they had their patent approved. So, you know, it's really nice. I got that Buck 113 from the custom shop, and yeah, it's a beautiful knife. Those knives are great, but anybody can get those. I mean, they're readily available. To run across something like this and this piece of history, that's why it makes it one of my favorite knives. And it is, it's a leather stacked with a stag pommel to it. The handle here is only like 3.5 inches. And the original designer of this specifically wanted a shorter handle because he always believed you should be pinching up on your blade anyway, and you just want your handle to be resting on. He didn't believe in, holding like this and trying to skin. He always thought it. Now, the hunters throughout the years must have disagreed with him because Marble then did start extending the handle out to, like 4.5 inches or so. But so this is one of the original models, or one of the original knives of this model. Yeah, it's got a broken tip, but that's all right. It's still a very special knife to me.
Well, especially for that age of a knife. I mean, if that's the only thing wrong, and that's a very small part of the tip also.
It is. And I
really
mean,
good.
I've had people offer to, to sharpen it up and get the tip back and that. I want to leave it as is. It's kind of like a museum piece. Somebody got a lot of hard use out of this knife. I think I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment as well. Just leave it.
What would you call that blade shape?
This was it was meant for wood crafting, and I think this model was actually a Boy Scout knife model in the 40s. Either this one or one of the other Marbles knives, but it was truly a unique blade shape.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's almost a harpoon.
I was gonna say harpoon kind of shape, or just put modified in front of it, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's a modified
Harpoon.
Dave's learning already.
It's a modified spay blade. It's a good.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you?
But it does have a really nice belly on it, though.
Tom Prop Blast just joined in. He wanted to know what knife that is because he missed that.
This is a Marbles, and this knife was first designed in 1914. This one was made in 1915 because it has patent pending stamped on the pile side. In 1916, it didn't have patent pending on it because they had their patent approved. So, and I've said this 1,000 times, but Marbles was the first knife company to come out with stacked leather handled knives, and they revolutionized the hunting knife industry. What you think of as hunting knives today, the old K-Bar Marine Corps fighting knives with their stacked leather, that's all based on what Marbles first started.
Interesting.
That was a fascinating company. Interesting, they didn't make any knives during World War II because they made all kinds of other outdoor type gear like compasses and optics and stuff like that. Jerome,
Oh my days.
I couldn't have bought it myself in 1916. I was only 7. I wouldn't have had the money. Oh. Don't listen to Jerome.
It's okay. According to Slippy and TK, your question was included on their exam this morning as being the president of Buck Knives.
Who is?
You.
No.
You were one of the answers on the exam, which I thought was really funny.
Oh,
2 or 3 of the answers.
boy.
Oh, Tom was 3 of the answers. I'll have to watch that.
Now, if
Did
you
I
didn't
win?
see Slippy's
Did I
Thrifty
win?
show, is good.
I don't know. Did you?
Had to be there to win.
Your prize.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I get paid just as much being chairman of Buck as I do being RJ's producer.
There you go. It's also known as a labor of love.
That's right.
Well, here you go. Let's take a look at a harpoon blade, and that's this Mohawk from Rosecraft. And this is the only harpoon blade I have, but I still like this knife. It's an awesome modern knife from Rosecraft for sure. And another one of my favorites is the knife I've been carrying pretty much all last month and this one today, this large Stockman from Case. I wanted to show this one because I know Randy, Georgia Adventurer, is a big fan of these large Stockmans, and he's in here. He's one of the guys that influenced me to get one of these. So I can not recommend that enough if you don't have one.
Bravo, sir.
List.
That's a very nice knife.
Yep, thank you.
I'm hearing some mad typing going on.
Oh yeah, that's me. Sorry.
I
guess I can just answer.
everybody.
Tony's Ponies was asking what kind of beasties are in the background. So it's a ball python on screen, have a western hognose on the other side, red-footed tortoise, and a cocker spaniel in the background.
Oh wow!
Nice.
There you go. And a partridge in a pear tree.
Exactly.
All right. What do you got there, Tom? You got a
Well,
old
this is
sheep?
the knife that started it all. This was my father-in-law's knife. May he rest in peace. It's a 2-dot Buck 112. And he used this knife an awful lot. I did send it into Buck, and they put a factory edge on it and shined it all up. Got it looking all nice again.
Wow.
My father-in-law was in the Army Air Corps, World War II, stationed in Burma. Saw some awful tough stuff. And that makes this knife very special. And this probably is what really kicked off my buck fever, if you will. This knife right here.
Very nice.
Very special, very near and dear to me.
I think that's one thing I like the most is when not a backstory. And you know what it is.
I'm sorry, Randy, I didn't hear you.
I was just saying I like the knives that have a backstory.
Yeah.
Um,
This
Galen has a really nice one from his
very special.
great grandfather or grandfather.
I actually found out it was my great grandfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. So stuff like that, I think it's awesome.
There's a question for you on the screen, Tom. Mikey wants to know, how many 110s do you own?
Oh, I'd have to count them. I think I'm up to 5 of the traditional 110s, and then I got some of the variations of the 110s. You know, like the 110 Slim, and
Yeah.
I think I have 5 of them now.
Yeah.
I know Kirby Creek's got a whole bunch of 110s.
Oh, Kirby Creek goes.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
He loves the 110, and the things he can do with his knives. Oh my goodness, that is
I'm telling
talent.
you, he's a true master of the blade.
He
for
is.
sure.
He is.
All right, Dave, what do you got there?
Well, I just thought, since Tom mentioned about the knife that started it all, I thought I would show my favorite buck knife, and that this is the 119 Special, and I got this knife when I was 16 as a gift from my parents, and this was the first buck knife that I ever got, and this is kind of what started me on my trek. Up until this point in time in my life, I never really owned a name brand knife. I mean, I did technically own a Victorinox, like a little small SD classic thing. But as far as, like a proper knife that you take into the wilderness with you to actually trust your life to, this was the first one I ever got. And because of this original Buck 119 here, my trek began onto collecting knives, and now, of course, I have this one, which is the 119 Pro, and this is in the S35VN with the micarta handle scales.
That is so cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I'll try to get a little closer. I apologize, my camera, the lighting here for me is not very good. So, but anyway, I just wanted to quickly make mention of that. Tom mentioned about the about having his father's 112, and that kind of started his venture. And for me, it was like the 119 was a similar kind of thing, which is kind of cool to set you off on a path to collect knives. So
Very cool. Well, we got a question on the screen, but also I wanted to mention Prop Blast during that. Said he still has an old no dot Buck 110, and he has 2 of the Buck 110s that were signed by Chuck Buck on the blade. So those are very cool.
Yep.
Blast, that's for sure. But James Alton asked, and I'm going to kind of, maybe Cal is the best one to take this question, but he wants to know if it's worth getting case knives with company names or unions on a blade on the secondary. I'll let you give your 2 cents, and then I'll weigh in on it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't even know that. How fortuitous.
My grandfather bought a lot of equipment from this company, and back in 2013, they gifted him this knife, and it made its way to my possession when he passed. But yeah, absolutely. Other than just company name being on there, the knife works just fine. And most of the time, they are working knives that they put these on. Every once in a while, you'll get like a really, really nice one. You'll see a really nice one with some kind of company name on it or something. But I don't see any issue in collecting these.
Yeah, I was going to agree with that. I was going to say, if it's a pattern that you like, if it's an age of a knife that you like, I think in a way it kind of embellishes it because it gives a story to that knife. You don't see as many advertising knives from them nowadays. I mean, they have their stuff that they do with big companies and stuff like Harley Davidson and John Deere and stuff like that. But you can get little, names on there and stuff. It's kind of cool. And if they did a blade etch, then that's fine too. But yeah, definitely get those and enjoy them. And I'd say it's worth it. Whether they have any additional value or not, that would just depend on the buyer, I guess, and what the market will bear. Okay, Tom, you got a fancy looking knife there.
Just real quick, I pulled out my 110s. I do have 5 of them. This is my latest one. I just got a few weeks ago. This one's engraved and signed by C.J. Buck, the current CEO. He would be the great grandson of Hoyt Buck. And this was down in Kentucky. They have a Bourbon and Blades Festival. This is 2023, and this is one of 100 of them. This isn't the number one, but they made 100 of them. So that's my latest edition. Of course, it's got the ebony. And then I'll just real quick go through. This is the 100th anniversary 110. That was a good deal from Walmart here about, well, it was last winter sometime.
Yeah.
So 100th anniversary one. What's this one here? No, I'm sorry. Which one's this? This might be the 100th anniversary, and this is 120th anniversary. Nope, that's a 112. No wonder I'm getting confused. There's a 120th anniversary that Walmart came out with last year, and was a good price on it. And then probably my oldest 110 is this one here. This is from the 90s. And as you can see, it was back before they started using ebony again. But it's got that nice tiger stripe wood in it. I can't remember what that wood is. What's interesting about this one, though, is it didn't come with a standard leather sheath. It came with this nylon sheath, but it's got the old Buck logo on it. So that's kind of cool. So I guess I have 4 of the 110s, of the traditional 110s.
Very nice.
Very pristine 110s.
Yeah, these are safe queens.
That's okay.
I admit it.
Yeah, it's okay because sometimes you collect and you don't use them all. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, Tom's Bourbon and Blades buck reminded me of this one from Case, which came from the same event. It's a collaboration with
That's
Red
right.
Hill Cutlery.
Red
Yeah,
Hill
so-
Cutlery. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
so it's made out of a bourbon barrel, the white oak scales.
I almost ordered one of those. That's a cool knife.
Yeah, has a little bourbon barrel shield. I don't think it's picking up that well on camera, but
That's nice.
yeah, in the vault pattern, so it's a small Congress.
Very cool.
Sticking with the history.
Yeah.
This is the knife Randy was referring to, I believe.
Yeah.
This is my great-great-grandfather's knife. His name was Buck Scarberry. And he traded this knife to a man named Wendell White. And I was eating breakfast with my father when I was young, probably 10 to 12 years old. And Wendell White happened to be there that day, and he had this knife on him. And it ended up in my possession that day. So,
Very cool.
yeah, he gave it to me. This is a 32 pattern.
Very
And,
cool.
Dark red bone. And then this was my other grandfather's knife. This is a fighting rooster. This is a knife he was carrying when he passed away. And this is a red bone hound. This is one of 600, number 34. And got the gold etching iron on the blade. There we go, kinda. And this was a 1993 run that they had in celluloid.
Very cool.
That's very pretty, Caitlin.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good lot.
I've got
Alright.
one to jump in, but I don't want to hog the show. Is anyone else ready? Or
Go for it.
Go ahead, Tom.
okay.
We'll get
Well,
you next.
we're
Dave.
talking advertising knives and case advertising. Here's a case advertising knife here.
Very nice.
And this is the M stands for Morton Buildings. I don't know if they're nationwide or not, but here in the Midwest they make steel buildings. So a lot of farmers have a Morton building put up to use as machine sheds and things like that. So this is from 2017. And this is the model 323, and I don't know if they even make this one anymore. So yeah,
I'd have to look.
I think advertising knives are quite collectible. You go to the antique stores and you can find all kinds of neat advertising knives.
Oh, yeah, I agree on that.
And this is for Mike Curtis.
That's very pretty, Tom.
Yeah.
I like the blade shape on that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
that's
upswept Skinner there.
Yep. Little jimping there on the top.
And it's a thin enough steel to be useful for many different tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so shiny that back because that's where all the case paste went.
Well,
Tom actually uses it for toothpaste too.
I can't deny it. I can't deny it.
Scrubs his dishes, his teeth, everything with it.
Cleans his hubcaps. All kinds of good stuff.
Takes the ring around the bathtub out with it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't
it's
forget your
fantastic.
I guess I need to do a case paste video, huh? 1,001 uses for case paste.
Is it hard wearing all those hats? Being the CEO of Buck and the CEO of Case Paste.
Oh man! Soon to be the CEO of Spyderco.
Yeah.
And the producer, my most important title.
Hey, and there's the man, the myth, the legend, JB himself, Big Red
Oh,
EDC.
Big Red.
Hey, Big Red, shut up.
Welcome to the show. Welcome, my good friend. We were talking about you, Jake and I were talking before the show started about what an influence you were on us and helping us start our channels and stuff. So thank you, sir. A big hat tip to you, JB. We do appreciate you.
Send me a message on Instagram, JB. I'll tell you what they really talked about.
Oh man, now we're in trouble. Thanks, Tom.
Hey,
there's
Tom,
always one in the group.
Yeah.
is this sacrilege?
Oh, no.
Nope, it's not.
Each man to his own. Each man to his own. No, the thing is that little tube cost me $4, and I have gotten so much use out of it, and it really does work well. It just does.
Nothing
And,
wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with Flitz. I've always heard about Flitz. I've never tried it myself, but no,
I
there's
just
nothing
found
wrong
that
with that.
first. I found it before I found Case is the only thing. So I
Sure.
haven't tried Case yet.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference is that Flitz you can usually find in your local hardware store, and the case based, not always. I mean, that's more of a specialty item, I guess. But yeah, I started with Flitz first myself too. I got some case paste and I haven't broke it out yet, but I have a project knife, Tom. I'll announce it here first. I'm going to try to do a restoration video. I'm going to try to do editing. I know it's pretty crazy, RJ committing editing on a video. So we'll see how it all goes. You might see it in a year.
Give me a call. Give me a call.
Dude, I'm definitely calling. Letting the cat out of the bag. But yeah, I think Tom, you and I need to confer on that.
We can do that.
Because otherwise, I may end up lost, but in the weeds. But I know the first step is the mineral oil bath.
Well, usually.
Okay.
Don't give up, Dave.
Yep, we'll get you, Dave. We'll get you right now.
I just wanted to show off this Rosecraft Blades, the Oki River kayak.
Oh, the Oki River, nice.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Okay, I don't know how you pronounce that word.
Okui, but
I'm not sure. I say Ocoee.
Ocoee, is that how you say it? I don't know how it's pronounced.
Everyone in Oklahoma is
Just
going
say
to go
A
buy one
at
now.
the end, and you're right.
I mean, Oki would fit right in there with something you find in Canada. Actually, like we've got a lot of rivers and places named after strange sounding things. So, yeah. So I just thought, since Slippy and TK aren't here today, we can go ahead and show all the knives that they absolutely hate. So we can show this one, all our Spey blades. But I think this knife is beautiful, and I love the design of it. When you hold the knife in your hand, the blade is bent downwards and just helps, for making a good draw cut, especially if you put your finger up on the tip like that. And because the knife is kind of bowed down this way, where the tip of the blade is actually a little bit lower than the end, the center point of the end. I think this actually technically makes it a kukri by definition. And if you are actually cutting, because the belly comes this way, as you're cutting, it pulls the material in as opposed to slicing away from it. So it actually is a really good slicer. And this thing just tears through cardboard like nobody's business. So.
Okay, so say along with Tim. Tim's saving you there.
Okoe.
There you go.
Did I get that right?
Number 2.
Well, you didn't throw an A in
A
it.
is Okoe.
Hey, we have a
Well,
comment. We got a comment alert.
Okay.
Mike Curtis gifted one RJ's Knives membership, and Uncommon EDC, you were the recipient.
Yeah,
Wow.
thank you, Mike. I think it might be
Welcome-
rigged.
Welcome to the regiment, Jake. You want to show yours off too, Randy?
Why not? We'll join the club. I saw
Hey,
Dave's.
Zen, I see you're in the comments. I wanted to give a shout out to Zen.
No, it's a great, and you can get up on it. Yeah, it has that kind of reverse Tonto spade blade look to it. Definitely reminds me, the 940.
Kind of looks broken to me. I mean, the blade isn't sticking out straight. Why would you want to buy a broken blade like that?
Lots of fucking talk, and just I made one of my mistake slips. That's what I was when I was practicing for it. If it's they're good.
Is that the one that got you?
No, I'll show that one real quick. That's the Zambezi.
Ooh.
It has a strong pull.
Does that give you nightmares?
I get scared opening it sometimes. This is a great knife too, and again, you can really get up on it. Great walk and talk on it. That was actually a gift because I cut my finger on it, which is healing up really nice. You can't even see the scar. But
That was a clean cut.
yeah, just told me to keep it.
You paid for it in your own blood.
It claimed you, brother.
That was awesome of him. I really appreciate that he gave it to me.
Yeah, that is awesome. Oh, Patrick, that's so bad. I got to put it on the screen.
Oh no,
that's bad, but I love it. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
We can always have some humor like that. That's for sure. So dad jokes brings me into another thing. We were talking about knives that your dad has, and I have a classic SD that actually belonged to my dad. But you guys know that I like trappers, and this is my yellow case trapper with the carbon steel. You can kind of see the teeners on there a little bit. So that one is fun.
Nicely.
But the one that reminded me of my dad, if you guys remember, I saw this on Instagram, and I saw the Earnhardt 3 Shield, and I was like, oh my gosh, my dad was such an Earnhardt fan that I didn't know that these knives came out after Dale passed, and I would have got one for my dad for sure. But this totally took me back to thinking about my dad and stuff. So I had to have this one just to honor his memory, and it's something that he and I both enjoyed NASCAR quite a bit. So we were, it was something we had in common. So it was fun. But then not the Zambezi, but the Clinch River swayback from Rosecraft. It reminds me of that because you have that nice big finger choil in there.
Yeah.
So it's similar to the Zambezi, but you got that nice swayback. And I love how they did the bourbon color bones on the scales. It's just such a beautiful knife. And this one was gifted to me also. This was a gift from Big Red EDC. So this is an awesome knife. One that definitely will stay in the collection. That's for sure. Yeah,
Very cool.
Tim, I watched that race too. I saw it when it happened, and that afternoon, my dad hadn't seen the news, and I told him that Earnhardt had passed, and my mom told me later that that was like one of the first times she saw my dad cry. So means a lot to me, and it's tough sometimes for guys to show emotion. That's for sure. So
That's a cool
Anyways.
sentimental piece.
what's that?
Finding Dale. Oh,
Nice sentimental piece there.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I keep finding Dale Earnhardt stuff all over at the thrift stores still. I mean, here in town.
Yep. And Randy, he sent me. Randy, I got to tell you, has one of the best senses of humor in the knife community. Has a big heart for everybody. He even sent me some Dale Earnhardt memorabilia that he found at the thrift store, which he didn't have to do. He just up and did it, and I appreciate that. And I very much enjoy the interaction with Randy on the Discord server, which is absolutely fun. I enjoy seeing what he has to say every day because he usually comes up with something funny, so
Not always on purpose, but
no, it's okay. We all do that.
So I'm probably more into moderns than most of the group here, modern traditionals. But Traditional Pocket Knives released the Lake Champlain Barlow on Friday.
Yeah.
And so I picked that up, but I also picked this up right before that. And so this is a collaboration with his grandfather, C. Risner. And so with Buck Creek Knives made in Solingen, Germany. Little Stockman has a little mini spade blade there on the end for Thrifty and TK. Which way do I need to go? Here we go. But really cool little Indian head shield on this one. It's a Indian head penny shield.
oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But that one was a lot of fun.
Don't tell Randy because he's a big coin guy too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, right.
That's all right, Jake. I'm not much into cooking either, but the other day I reviewed a chili pepper. So
Right.
We're trying to break Tom into moderns and stuff, which I thought the chili pepper would be a good one for you. I echo this sentiment, Zen. But yeah, I thought that the chili pepper would be a fun knife to see how Tom dealt with that. Although I was hoping that you would practice with it more and actually master the front flipper. So
that's beyond the Call of Duty there.
That's why I
You got
said
me to
on that
hold it,
Spyderco.
okay?
Yeah, he just got done learning Spyderco. I can't expect him to learn
Yeah.
Kaiser overnight.
For
He's
the
working
longest
his way
time,
along
I
the
couldn't
alphabet.
understand why someone would want to buy a blade with a hole in it.
It's a speed hole. It makes it go faster.
That's right. It's a quicker deployment.
It's for those aerodynamics or whatever they call it.
Part of the blade's missing.
It was.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's
JB,
broken.
If you go to his channel, it was the Red Hot Chili Pepper, but I don't think he put the hashtag in his title. But he
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did you? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So it was,
Happy chili pepper or whatever you
yeah,
had.
the friendly.
Or
chili.
friendly. Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll go
was.
grab it. It's downstairs. I'll go grab it quick.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a cool knife. I like that one. I see you're showing a blade there, Dave. Hold on just a second.
Oh, I was just more or less trolling is what I was doing. he mentioned about a hole in the blade. I'm like, this one's probably got the biggest hole of all the knives I own, the PM2.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not just Spyderco who does this, right? Like there's lots of companies that like to put holes in their blades. They like to copy Spyderco, like even great companies like Benchmade, like,
Right.
hey, Spyderco's doing something really cool. We're going to go ahead and copy them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't think they copied them, but
It's just one of those things that Cold Steel has some, Buck has some. There's a lot of them that they'll put a hole in the blade to.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
just
even-
the opening hole
even
makes it
the,
easier. Yeah.
The ones that Case came out with the S35BN, those had the holes were for the nail nicks, which I thought was interesting. Okay, we'll do you, Cal, and then we'll do you, Randy.
All right. This was my my father's knife. A
nice.
Warmaker. Sow belly whittler with two, well, it's got a Skinner blade and some kind of a Fay blade, I guess. But he broke off the clip point there. This is a 2003, and the handle's busted there. This is one of my knives I plan to repair. Put new handles on. Got a crack there in the middle, and lots of patina.
Yeah, lots of good, honest wear on there.
This one's gonna need some new action repair. I believe the spring's gone on that one, but the other two are
Nice.
solid. And another one I'm gonna repair is this 2019 Sodbuster. I got it out of the package. This is my second strike against Case.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty wobbly.
Oh yeah, loose as all get out. But I'm gonna put bone handle on it and tighten up the blade myself instead of sending it to them for $30.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what they sent me back for $30, which is okay. The two blades were completely gone on it. I did a video on it. I'm happy with everything except for the fact that the
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
But as long as you're gentle with it, it's it's still working now. That was also my father's that he broke, and the handle had come off of it, and I sent it off to Case for $30, and about a month later I got it back. Not worth it.
We appreciate your veracity there.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Randy.
I still buy their knives.
I got it.
I know.
This is a lightweight.
I do the same, Cal.
CPM 27. And I just got this a few days ago as a gift. And that was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't have a pair of 3 yet. It's on the list.
That's a pair of 3. Sorry. I don't even know what it is.
Is that the Blurple handles on there?
No, it's just kind of like a navy blue.
Ah,
Yeah, that's their standard blue. It's a nice
Okay.
color, actually.
Yeah, it's really nice. Feels great in the hand. And they also sent over this slip. There's a cut slip. That was awesome.
oh, nice.
He
That
has
is super cool.
a little chainsaw, handheld chainsaw on his hand. And just a shout out to Leather Maker.
That's not a chainsaw. That's a ripper.
Yeah. But AC Made Leather made this. And he's on Instagram.
Very nice.
Really awesome stuff, though. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is. That's really cool.
It's
One
incredible.
thing that's funny, though, is the lock on it is right. I have to push it down here. And I still have a numbness and nerve damage from when I cut my hand.
Ooh.
Ouch.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Kalen's gone sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll save you. Dave, save Cal here real quick.
Thank you.
He'll-
I just wanted to. I saw Kalen show his Sodbuster Junior, so I also have one, and mine is in the carbon steel. And I don't know how well the camera will show it, but you can kind of start to see the teener showing up there.
Oh yeah.
This thing is like super ultra lightweight, and like I mean, you forget you have it in your pocket. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand what Sodbusters were about until I finally got one. And I have to give a shout out to Randy George Adventure for that, because he talks so much about how awesome Saudis are, and I got one, and I'm like, yeah, these are an awesome, nice knife. So, yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Carbon
those-
steel, strops
those
up
are
real
very
easy, And if I can show another case knife, that's the only other one that I own, and that's this one here. This is the Ithacus Pocket Hunter, which, from what I understand, this was actually a vault pattern knife, and I didn't know that when I bought it, so it makes it a little extra special.
Nice.
But it's just a wee little tiny knife, but it's nice. And this thing has perfect fit and finish, like no issues whatsoever. Like the blades are perfectly centered. You know, there's no gaps, nothing.
Right.
You know, so, and this was actually the first case knife I ever got. So, you know, so far I'm 2 for 2 with case, both being okay quality, or good quality. So I know some people say that case makes bad knives, but so far I haven't gotten one. You know, but it is what it is. I mean, no company's perfect, right? And the ones that are charging crazy money for them. So
That's true.
you know, you want a perfect knife, you get a Jack Wolf knife. It costs you $300. You know.
Yeah. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
speaking of Jack Wolf,
I was gonna say you have some of those, don't you? You know?
Yeah, this is the Vampire Jack dropping October 20th
Oh.
in all
Nice.
black.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
went with the murdered out one. I thought it made the most sense for the Vampire Jack.
100%.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
Yeah,
that
it's
black
got a really
red
cool-
one looked really good too.
Now that's an interesting knife because I saw that the other day and they were talking about that's a coffin shaped handle,
Right.
but I was thinking it was more like a Coke bottle shaped handle. What
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah, I would say so too. It's like a swell center.
Yeah, because exactly because a coffin you think of the swell being up by the shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's nice
so,
though.
yeah.
You get like your 2 fingers in front of the hump, and then the other 2 right behind it, so everything locks in really nicely.
Yeah, that is cool.
Apparently, there's no reflection when you hold it in front of a mirror as well.
That's true. Also, very hard to photograph. You can only do it on a full moon.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Hey, it's garlic.
luckily we're
Gotta
live
watch. Don't
streaming.
start with your garlic cubes.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, go right ahead, Cal.
Well, I had to redeem myself for Case. They do make great knives.
Okay,
This is the 88 Jumbo Jack.
Nice.
that is nice.
It's in green bone. The year I was born, so I had to pick it up. And the fit and finish though on this one is it's extremely tight. There's no gaps, no wobble on this one. There's the anyway,
Very nice.
you got the 2 dots for the 88.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is sweet. Really nice.
One more if you got the time.
Oh yeah, hold on. I just pulled out. I thought you were done there.
Shuffling. This is my 75 pattern,
Oh, nice.
Sounds great.
and it's a 65 to 69 model. I was searching for one after watching one of y'all guys and all y'all 75 patterns, and walking along at the flea market one day, and a guy pulled this out of his pocket, and I didn't even realize what it was, so I left it there. And for one, I didn't have the money at the time, so I came back a couple weeks later, and he was looking for a Boker knife, similar pattern. I had a copperhead, and we made an even trade.
Nice.
And yeah, I was super, super happy. And this one's in the dark red bone,
Yeah. That's
flawless,
beautiful.
flawless condition. Little bit of rusting there, but not much. Thanks for letting me
Very
go.
nice. Okay.
Rust stains all that much. They kind of add a little bit of character.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What do you got there, Tom? It looks kind of spicy.
Well, first of all, safety first.
Then
But
teamwork.
I've been practicing. Watch this.
Okay.
Thumb studs. Watch. Look at that. Huh? I've been practicing. It's a button lock. I figured that out. See here. Press. Look at that. Huh? Now this flipper thingy here, it's got me a little confused yet. But I'm still working on the flipper.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that one has such a nice action. There you go. You kind of hold it like that,
Yeah.
but you got to do it fast, like you're working a Zippo lighter.
Oh. I'm afraid it'll go flying out of my hand.
Well, that's
and
what
down into my
fingers are.
thigh.
Your
Yeah.
other fingers are there to hold it.
No, this is the Kaiser chili pepper. And yes, I am more of a traditional slip joint kind of guy, vintage knives, but I got to tell you, this is a very nice knife. It's nice and slim. It's got steel liners, G10 handle, pocket clip, and it is reversible. And it is tip up. So with this design, it doesn't take up a lot of real estate in your pocket either.
Oh no,
So-
it rides nice.
And I do like the the red highlights on the thumb studs there.
Yes.
So
I thought
yeah,
that
it's
was
an
nice,
attractive knife, and yeah, it's definitely a fidgety knife. So there it is. I got this from RJ to review, and I think you got it from Big Red, didn't you, RJ?
I did. It's
And
it's a traveling knife project that is just going around YouTube, and wasn't started by Matthew, I believe, and then everybody just goes through and tries it out. So I think it's an excellent traveling knife, and I wanted Tom to have experience with some more modern designs, but it might have been too much all at once. I see.
It was kind of overwhelming.
I mean, he just got lockbacks down. Yeah. and his Zen's comment says, "You see where Junior gets it from."
Absolutely. I'm sending this off to Ray at North Star Knife Reviews next. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Oh, thanks, Big Red.
Thank you, Big Red. There you go, Tom. He's proud of you, and I'm proud of you too, Tom. You stepped out of your comfort zone.
Let's end the show now. We're on a high note. If we don't need to go any further.
Don't worry, we'll end on a high note too. You can have high notes in the middle.
I'm gonna go look out my window see if pigs are flying.
Yes, you're right.
But,
Jerome says it was a culture shock for Tom, and that's for sure.
But hey, thanks, Big Red. He donated $5 to you there, RJ, for RJ's Live. So we sure appreciate. You know what? Big Red's been working towards 10,000 subs. We owe it to him. Yes. Let's get out and get sub to him. He is just a wonderful man.
He is
wonderful to the knife community. We're all proud of you, Big Red.
Absolutely, and he's still a shining star for all of us to aspire to.
Absolutely,
for sure. Yeah, so good deal. And yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to JB, you definitely are missing out. And if you can, sub everybody in your house. You know, your wife, your significant other, your dog, whoever else has a YouTube account. Go ahead and do that.
That's how I got so many subscribers. I set up like 1,200 fake accounts. So,
is that how it works?
That's how it works.
I knew I was missing something. I could get my sub count up that way too.
There's no other way I'd get them.
Well, you got to be close to 2,000 now. Did you ding 2,000 yet, Tom?
No, the last I looked, I was like 3 shy, I think.
Oh, come on, people!
Nice.
Hit that subscribe button on Tom's channel.
Yeah, and while you're doing it, hit it on mine too, because I'm behind Tom. I'm not at 2,000 either.
Hey, hit everybody's subscribe button. You know, we're all in this together. We all support each other. We're all having a wonderful time. I couldn't be, where I'm at without a lot of help from RJ, my good friend there.
Oh, you're welcome, Tom.
He's been with me since the beginning. I think I had less than 50 subs when RJ gave me a shout out. So thanks, RJ.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this opportunity, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. I love helping other channels because I got that love and support from the knife community when I first started, and I definitely wanted to pass that on and shine a light on other channels and to get as many people into this fun hobby as we can. So.
And I think the help and support is growing, RJ. I see it expanding. It just more and more every day. You see more and more of this channel doing this for that channel and back and forth, and it's just phenomenal. It really is. And
Kalen is a prime example of that. He joined in and decided to start his channel here shortly, not too long back, and it was because of being around all of us and hanging out with everybody. And he's like, "Hey, I got a box full of knives. Let's go for it." And that's kind of how I did too. I thought I
Exactly.
had enough knives to show on YouTube. Ha!
Well, I saw
went through my box pretty fast, but
Yeah.
I saw RJ and I thought, man, if that guy can do it, I can do it.
absolutely. You looked at my high quality standards and you were like, I got that beat in spades.
It's all kidding, folks. I loved RJ dearly. I do.
I know. It's
Someone
all-
that can
it's all
post links, they're asking for Tom's link in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that too, Tom. They're asking for your channel.
Oh,
link. So,
I can
yeah,
put
so
my link in.
You might
I'll
get
put it
those
in
three. They get one for sure.
If I
I'll get her
disappear,
in
my
there.
phone died. Even while plugged in, she's on the way out.
Oh no.
But
Yeah.
I tell you what, RJ, if I get over 2,000 while we're live here yet, I'll give a knife away. How's that sound?
Wow. Now
Ooh,
that's
there we go.
thank you.
fantastic.
Oh, bye, guys.
Oh.
Take care, dude. Good to see you.
Oh, I guess we just lost Kalen.
Yeah, his battery died on his phone.
Oh,
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 no.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like he's just gonna be stuck there.
it's sideways.
Sideways. That's going to hurt.
He's gonna have a kick in his neck tomorrow. I tell you what.
I was looking back on all the knives I showed on on the Tom show on that Saturday morning one.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh man, those I'm kind of embarrassed now because I guess that's so many better knives now. But
It happens. It happens.
yeah, I thought I had that CRKT Fossil. I was like, that's such a cool knife, and it is,
It is.
but it's
Yeah.
not. I have cooler knives. I have that Benjamin I got at the thrift store. That was awesome. That was like the best find I've ever had.
It,
$4,
it shows me at
Yeah.
1998. So
Oh, there you go.
2 more.
Yep. So if we can get 2 more subs to Tom's channel, there
I
will
got,
be a
I got an
giveaway.
old timer here to give away.
Yeah, that's a nice one. You want to show it off to everybody
Yeah,
Sure. I haven't even reviewed it yet.
while we're waiting for 2 people?
And this is the old timer. What model is this? I don't know. It says, lockback folder. 31 OT lockback folder. So kind of a blend of old, new, traditional. It's got thumb studs, has a pocket clip. It is not reversible, but it's got the little fancy bright work on it.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Mountain Beaver knives that they had.
If I can get that focus in better. Old timer. It's so shiny. And no, I didn't shine this yet. Now I got to tell you, this knife came from CB Tactical.
Oh,
He
James.
sent me.
James is saying you're at 2K.
Well,
Yeah.
let's give this away then. Let's give this away.
Congratulations, Tom.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm
everybody.
literally messaging people on my phone right now, being like, "Come tune into this live chat." I'm trying to get people to join you.
Well, it's just so phenomenal. As I said, you don't get here by yourself. You know, RJ, TK, I can go down the whole list of people that have helped me along and mentored me. And so I try to give back too and help everybody else out because that's what makes this community so fun. Like this right here. You know, Randy's sent me knives. RJ sent me knives. Toad, you just sent me that Spyderco. I mean, and then, you know, CB, for whatever reason, sent me this big old box of knives. I mean, there's a lot of knives in there. I haven't got through them all. And I just thought, let's give this away. I told CB I was going to share these out with the community anyway, so let's just give this away. I will be putting a package together at a later date for, you know, a more formal giveaway, if you will. But so let me see. Toad, could you pick a number between 1 and 100?
Oh yeah, let me write that down here.
Yeah, let me exit out from the solo.
100 between
So,
1 and
yeah.
1 and
So
100.
what we're
1 and
gonna do-
100.
We're gonna do Price is Right rules, Tom. Is that correct?
Closest without going over?
Closest without going over. The number
Closest
of
without
drinks
going over.
be
All right,
1
I
to
got it.
100. U.S. addresses only. And then and yes, we do allow if you're outside the U.S., you may proxy bid for someone else that does have a U.S. address, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I'm going to type start in here. Hey, I even spelled it correctly.
that always helps.
I thought I was going to type in strat, but
As in
don't give it a
Jerome
minute
says,
or two here.
Jerome says, "Congrats on 2,000 subs. A sub for every year."
Yeah,
There you go. Very
Yep.
nice.
So again, it's between 1 and 100 without going over. Without going over.
Oh. I just got you another sub, Tom.
Well, thank you.
My mom just subbed you.
Nice. You have to tell her hi.
Yes, tell her thank you so much.
And I just wanted to say to everyone, I'm on my phone, so I can't see the chat on it.
Yeah,
So
I did a little video yesterday. It's on the channel, thanking everybody and kind of announced that I'd be putting a package together. So, but you never know with YouTube. You gain 1, lose 10, gain 2,
Right.
lose 3.
It's weird how it works, eh?
It is.
It's
It's like you don't gain any for a week, and then all of a sudden you get 10 or 15 in one day, and you're like, "What?"
then you lose 8, and you check again, and you got 12.
Yeah.
So
But I really couldn't have done it without everybody. But anyway, where I was going with that video yesterday, I still remember getting 100 subs. I was so excited. It was just, 100 people actually want to listen to me babble on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's for sure. I mean, I remember when oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was parroting that, basically saying, yeah, like I remember my first 100 subs. I was like, I can't even believe 100 people watch my channel. And then next thing you know, I got 500 subs, and now I'm at last check, I was sitting around 630, somewhere around there. Slowly working my way up. If I get to 750, I'll do a giveaway, and then hopefully someday I'll get to 1,000.
Yeah.
But I did want to just say though, it's no shortage of thank yous to all of you guys here, because you've all helped me, all of you. You've all given me shout outs. And I've had a lot of help in this community. Tom was one of the first guys to reach out to me, and then next thing you know, I was on your show with you, Rod, and I think this is like the 4th time I've been here now. You keep inviting me back, so I must be doing something right. And just the warmth in this community is huge. And I'm at a loss for words how to properly explain how thankful I am. And that's kind of why I started the Thankful Thursday open tag, was to kind of allow people to give thanks for anything. It doesn't have to be any particular thing, just, something that you're thankful for. And that's kind of where my idea came from.
Right.
Thanks, Byron. Great supporter there, that Byron.
Yes,
He's out here helping us all out, isn't he?
For sure.
Is. He sure
Okay,
is.
so I'm going to go ahead and hit stop in about 5 seconds. And stop. Whoop. Not slop. Stop.
It takes you back to my grade school day. That's what I used to service in the cafeteria.
Okay, so what number did we have there, Toad?
Let me just make sure I'm holding this up correctly, because depending on how I hold it up, it's one number or a different number.
81.
It should be 81, not 18.
81.
All right.
It looks
go back.
Help me
backwards to
out,
me.
guys. Help me out.
Yeah, we're going to go back and look at the numbers. We got a 75.
I got
Randy.
a 77. Mrs. C,
Okay.
77.
Let me go scanning back here. 77. I got 93. I got an 88. Is it closest without going over? Is that the rules?
Closest
Yeah,
without
they
going
can't go over. So
Okay, so
77 has it so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
77.
seeing too.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well. 77, I think. Miss C.
nice.
Mrs. C. Everyone agrees at 77. You were the closest without going over. Congratulations. If you would just send me an email at knifedelights@gmail.com, please. I'll put it in the comment here. And congratulations. Just knifedelights@gmail.com.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, Callie made it back.
Needed a quick charge up.
Right on.
Great, great.
The important thing is, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
You may not want to hear me, but
I just
It
want to
wouldn't be a
reiterate
great thing.
one more time. This knife originally came from CB Tactical. And I'm going to put his address up in here. He's donated a whole lot of knives to a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
So please, everyone, check out CB Tactical and give him a subscribe. I'm going to put his address in the comments right now. Thank you, CB.
All right.
it's a very pretty knife, by the way.
It is.
So, and congratulations to Mrs. C for winning that, because that's super awesome.
Oh, missed the giveaway.
So, what are you guys' favorite steels on modern knives? I mean, yeah, we know what Toad's, but
Whichever one slices fingers the best. So which one's that for you, Randy?
I'd have to say my favorite is 420 HC with the Boz heat treatment.
And that's as modern as he gets.
Oh, I would have never guessed that one.
I think really 154 CM is still a really good steel, a really good all around modern steel. I like that one. You know.
Ain't nothing wrong with 154 CM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Dave about this the other day and saying that I think I'm at the point in my collection where it doesn't matter so much. You know, I have every steel out there, so I'm mainly just buying for, you know, what I like in the knife itself.
I agree with that. I'm not as much of a steel nerd. You know, they all tend to work. Go ahead there, Singing Toad.
I was just showing a 154 CM knife. This is the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. And they no longer come in 154 CM. When you buy them, they now come in S30V. So this is, I guess, a legacy model now. Collector's piece.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Dandy little knife. This was my first Benchmade knife. It's got the old flickety-flackety axis lock on it. And it's definitely one you got to be careful with, because if your fingers are in the way, you're definitely going to lop them right off. So.
Oh yeah. You got to.
Yeah, 154 CM takes a really, really keen edge, like absolute shaving sharp edge, you know, with little maintenance, which is nice.
Yeah. Here's my 154 CM. This is my one and only Finch, but this is the Roadrunner, which is just a awesome pointy little knife, and this is in their yellow Hornet swirl that they had. Really a kind of a unique handle coloration, but I like it, and this is a really, really cool knife.
I have one of them, but
What's Randy got?
The Emerson Rendezvous. It's actually not my knife; it's my mom's. This is one of the knives she won from Scab's raffle, and I like how it hooks on your pocket, so you can open it up as you're pulling it out. That's really cool. But has a kind of a chisel grind, but really cool knife.
I just want to say your mom's cooler than you.
Yes, don't. She has a custom knife, but you know she's got.
That's a sick knife, man.
That's really cool. My Benchmade's 440C, so that's why I was curious.
Is it an older Benchmade?
Yeah. So
I can't remember them working with 440C for a while.
It's an auto. It's a really cool knife.
Yeah, that's cool.
Almost kind of looks like a predecessor to the Griptilian.
It's auto. And actually, I think I found it for $4 at the thrift store with the sawed credit. So, killer.
Very cool.
Well, go ahead, Cal.
Oh, Callan's got one.
It's just a fixed blade, but it's the only thing I have close to modern steel. It's 440C, the only fixed blade.
Nice.
Very good.
Well, you showed a shuffle earlier in 8CR13 MOV. That's a modern steel.
Oh yes, I didn't know what that was though.
It's okay. I'm here to help you out.
Honestly, I don't really know much about steel. I'm still learning about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fun thing about collecting is that you do get exposed to all kinds of different steels. I was going to bring up 8CR13. I'll get you next, Tom. I'm sorry.
Yep, no problem.
I didn't mean to jump the line.
That's all right.
The Honey Badger in 8CR13 MOV. I mean, these are fantastic knives. Then I saw a comment. Somebody talked about Rex 45 in the comments talking about tool steel, and this Boker club knife is an 01 tool steel, which isn't my first knife that's in that steel, but very, very cool. Love the club knife. Love that nice fat spear, and just look how nice and thin that is. That is just such a beautiful package. I mean, it's just great. Definitely is cool. But we did have a school, or let's see, not school, but we did have a question for the panel. Wood finishing on a knife handle. What do you guys prefer? We're getting some stuff in the comments.
Ooh, it's unfinished.
Linseed oil.
I use boiled linseed oil on almost all my wooden knives that are not finished.
Certainly no expert, but I'd kind of go with linseed oil. Doesn't that help seal up the pores and stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even put it on my bone handle. I don't know if that's bad, but it really brings the life back out of the bone handle. As long as you wipe it off when you're done.
You're kind of coming through a little bit choppy there, Cal.
Sorry. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds better. You want to repeat your answer on that?
Yeah, I use linseed oil on my wooden handles as well as my bone handles. As long as I wipe it off when I'm done so it don't get sticky, because linseed oil will get sticky when it dries. Just wipe it off when you're done. But it really puts some good colors back into. Matter of fact, I soaked this in linseed oil.
Yeah, let me bring that up so you can see that.
And it was just white. And it put all kinds of color into it. My knife is going to be a boat
Okay.
But,
So,
well,
oh, you got the stuff from Last Chance Knives?
I have another one somewhere with his name on it. Yeah, this is from Last Chance Knives. It's just coconut oil and beeswax mixed together. I think like a 80-20 or something like that.
Works very good on leather.
What's that?
Very good on leather.
I use it on all my leather slips and
Yep.
on my Daythrite Witness Barlow. This is definitely my favorite knives, but I just put a really change color at all. And get it to focus. It's a really awesome knife, though.
That is nice. I like that a lot. In fact, I have mine over here too.
They have, like killer walk and talk on them.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's the best.
It's one of the knives I don't flinch when I close it one-handed.
Yeah.
No problem closing that.
Speaking of leather, saddle soap works really good.
Yeah.
What was that?
Saddle soap on leather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you clean it first with the saddle soap, and then if you use something like that stuff from LTC, it works wonderful. I've not seen the beeswax get sticky because you've got the other coconut oil in there that keeps it from getting sticky. It's easier on your hands. You can use it on your skin. It's good for your skin. So you're not using any harsh chemicals or anything like that. And it just takes a very little bit. I mean, almost looks like you're not putting any on. And you rub it and actually, especially like on your leather stack handles, after you've held it enough, it, I don't know, melts down in, if you will, or spreads out so evenly. It does not get sticky.
All right, Toad.
I just wanted to
Toad
make mention
sticker?
that Kaylin mentioned about BLO, and that's actually what I used to treat the handle on this knife that I made myself. I call this the Beast, which is a 1/4 inch thick A2 tool steel. And the nice thing about now these are maplewood handle scales, and the thing with the BLO is that it is sticky, and that's what you want. I don't want this thing falling out of my hand. So, BLO is great for axe handles, hammer handles, shovels, any tool that's wood handled. BLO is what you want. And on a knife like this, it's grippy and it's it's gonna give you a good purchase on the knife or on the tool. It's not gonna go flying out of your hand and potentially become a danger to yourself or someone else. So I just thought I would just quickly make mention of that and show that here. And I did want to make mention of one other thing, if I can.
No,
I saw. Sorry, I saw. I think it was Tim School of Fish mentioned D2. I also do have this Marbles D2 Stockman, and this I absolutely love this little knife. I've been carrying this. I got Ken for Last Chance Knives made me this really awesome little slip, and I actually put a little pocket clip thing on it to help it stay in my pocket. So that it doesn't come all fall the knife back out. But yeah, I love this little Marbles Stockman in the D2, and yeah, just a gorgeous little knife. And D2 is an excellent steel for. In fact, I would say that D2 is probably the best steel for like traditional knives because it's the best of both worlds. It has really good edge retention, and it also will take a patina over time if you allow it.
Yeah.
So. Just thought I would quickly make mention of that. And I don't know if Ken is in the comments or not, but thanks very much, Ken. I really do appreciate you sending along the slip for me because I love it.
All right. Did you have something, Tom? I think you did.
Yeah, you mentioned 154, so here's my 154. Little buck boot knife here.
Oh yeah.
Really nice knife. Really liked it. I used to wear this all the time. Wear it around my ankle. Fit right up on top of my boot. Just very handy place to carry it. And I'll tell you what, that is pointy. That is sharp.
Yeah.
So, yep. It's I just wanted to say too, Ray from North Star Knife Reviews and I, last weekend got to go see all those custom knife makers. And at one of the tables, the guy made a lot of his knives out of the D2. And he says, it is still a good steel. I know it's not the flavor of the day. He says, but there's still a lot of people that like their D2. So,
yeah,
teach his own,
It's kind of funny how trends go in the knife world because that's exactly it. A lot of people were calling for D2, and so then the makers responded and they started putting out a lot of D2, and then people were like, I don't want D2. The makers are like, well, we bought a whole bunch of stuff, so we're making a lot of knives with it.
That's yesterday. Today I want this. Yeah,
exactly.
I just wanted to show a fixed blade that's definitely bigger than Toad's.
Nice.
I see what you did there.
Toad's knife is now having a confidence problem.
It's actually just really cold outside.
Played.
This is my biggest fixed blade now.
There you go. That's a big
Not
one
quite
right
as
there.
big as his. I'll give his. His is a little bit bigger by now. It's a Winchester.
That's very cool, though. I like that.
Custom handle. Thank you.
Very cool.
Speaking of raid and custom knives, I figured I'd show that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's.
This
do
is
that.
BEDC won this on a raid North Star Knife Reviews channel, and the slip was made by JO Adventures or JO Ventures. I keep calling it, but it has leather, mahogany wood, and caribou antler on a Mora blank. That's really
That is so cool.
He did an awesome job.
Yeah, both Ray and John do great work.
Look at that work. Yeah, it was great that they teamed up. And I guess why I'm still big, just to show I'm not a knife snob. I have a knife made out of a horseshoe.
That's
That's
super
cool.
awesome.
That was just my favorite knives. And it's soft, but
Yeah, inspired by your horseshoe, these two are actually made from a file. So these are a local maker in San Diego called Anza. And they make all of their knives out of files. So I have a couple of those.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
are cool.
that's how White Buck started Buck Knives, by using old files, hammering them out.
can you still see any of the file on them?
Yeah, towards the top of the blade. I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera, but look up here.
Yeah, I
you
can make
see
it out.
That's
Very
right.
nice.
Very cool.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, I like my Buck knives. I like the pretty knives. I was absolutely blown away at some of these custom knives. You just couldn't describe the different materials that they were using and the patterns they were using. It just, wow. I was floored. I'm going to have to save my money up and try to pick one up.
Yeah.
They come with a price tag, and I'm not complaining because they put a lot of work into those.
Oh yeah.
For the amount of work and material they're putting into them, it's not expensive, but it's just, wow.
Should I give a shout out to my sister and her leather company?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
This is the sheath to that fixed blade with my initials there.
Oh, that's cool.
Got the long leather. But
That's
her
very
company is Sassafras Leather. Katie
What-
over
what-
at
What's the name again?
Katie over at Sassafras Leather.
Sassafras. Does she have a website or Etsy
She's on,
page?
she is on YouTube. I'm sorry, Facebook.
On Facebook. I can't get a link to that, but it was, say that again, Sassafras Leather?
Yes. And speaking of file-made knives, this is one of the patterns I'm going to put on a file. It's a way back with the Warncliffe fixed blade.
Nice.
What that will be. And there's another little knife I designed. Another fixed blade that I'm going to put on a file as well.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So did those? I didn't see all of your videos from the custom show, Tom. I've been pretty busy this week, as you guys can tell from my lack of videos. This is going to be sad. Do you want to know how busy I've been? I've been so busy that I bought a new knife last week, and it's still in the package. So how sad is that? But
just send it to me. I'll make sure it gets opened.
that's what I was afraid of. But I did send that one out to Tobias, Dave, so that did get taken care of. So hopefully he'll have fun with that one.
Yep.
All righty. So who's next? Do we have another knife
Yeah,
If not, I got some stuff to show.
was gonna
Go
say,
for it.
getting back to favorites, I think this might be my current all-time favorite.
Okay.
This is the 56 dog leg from GEC in the avocado jig bone.
Oh wow.
Just love the jig pattern, the stain on it.
I love that spear blade too.
Yeah, I got the easy open notch also.
Yeah. Long nail nick.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like the striping pattern on the handle there.
Yeah, I think that's my current favorite.
What year was that one?
I believe that was a 21. Let's see, it says it on here. Oh, no, actually, this is a 23. So recent.
Very nice. What in the world? Got a show stealer here.
You doing okay, Cal? All right, Dave, we'll let you go.
Batman here. Just thought I'd show my Kuma beast. What about fighting crime? Taking down the underbelly of Gotham City. I carry this with me.
Along with, what about all those really cool bat tools that you have on your belt?
Fits right in nicely. I'm dealing with the scum. I can't hear with the darn with this cowl on. You think with horns and ears as big as mine, I would be able to hear better. I hear worse.
Yeah, bat hearing is supposed to be better, but Mikey, we can neither confirm nor deny that Batman may be Canadian.
No, Batman is not Canadian because you never hear him say, "Holy cow, Robin, eh?"
Or you hear him say, "Get to the Batmobile to get to Tim Hortons, eh?"
Exactly. Got to grab a cup of Tim Hortons coffee before you hit the next crime wave.
Riddle me this, Batman. What happened to Singing Toad?
I don't know, but Kalen wants to show a knife, so save the show, Kalen.
I will. This is my favorite knife at the moment. This is a first run Tony Bowes saddle horn in red bone. It's got the case script shield, bear head. See if I got to get that on there somehow, some way. The script on there is this first run. It's so polished though, you're just seeing everything else on my table. Got a great clip point and a skinning blade.
Some
Definitely
gorgeous
my
covers
favorite.
on that one.
This is just a jig red bone. I'm not sure the jigging looks like peach seed jig. Trying to guess.
Yeah, they look great.
There we go. There we go. 2000 and 2001. So, favorite knife right now.
Very cool. All right, Tom, we'll let you go.
Well, we've had mention of Tony Bowes and Case, so I had to break out one of my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Panama Trapper in the purple curly maple. Ictus shield. You just gotta love the blades on this.
I just ordered one.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic, and it is so much bigger than even the large size Trapper. It'll blow you away. Yep, they're just a wonderful knife.
Every time you show that, I have to get one of those.
Yeah. Well, because Tony Bowes, what was it? was it the back pocket hunter or the back pocket knife or
I
something?
think it was just called the back pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, and so people like that, so they asked for another one. So I guess the Panama Trapper's kind of like another back pocket knife, is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, just a gorgeous knife, though.
it is.
Yeah,
And
I sent pictures to her.
You'll be amazed when you open the box. I mean, I was just flabbergasted when I saw this.
Yeah, yours looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful knife.
I think Randy's had a view of mine already.
Stop it, Stuart. It's true. Go ahead, Randy. What you got there?
Case Skull Trapper.
Oh yeah,
Very nice.
I love the bullet shield on it, and then Randy Georgia Adventurer also made the coffin slip for it. Very cool. And I guess I'll just hurry and show this one real quick. This is probably that was my second favorite. This is the mini trapper in dichrolam.
Those scales are gorgeous.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Like in hand, it's awesome. And then I had Jo make a slip for me, and they go perfect together.
yeah. Wasn't
That
that
shows
one of the
that-
first slips that he did the two-color dye on that? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Can we see the show side?
On the knife right here, just the let me see, just case right there on the holster.
Very nice.
Yeah.
They do have a copperhead version of that I thought about getting, but I got a really good deal on that one. So
Do it.
well, I spent all my money on that Stockman.
Yeah, that and doctor visits.
Yeah.
Although Zen says that's his one Halloween knife, Randy. So there you go.
I got like a pile of knives. I'll find it later.
Yeah. All righty. Well, I'll show when we were talking about Kirby Creek outfit, he was kind enough to send this 112 Pro Sport down here to me, and just an awesome knife. And this is in the S30V. So it's just a really cool 112, and I still love the 112. I do. The 112 was my first one, and I don't have that first 112 anymore. But he said this isn't your first one back, but he hopes it would fill a spot in my collection. It certainly did, and just a fine knife. I just absolutely love it. And since we got kind of some hunting lockbacks out, a fan favorite, of course, the Kershaw 1050, which I still have.
Oh yeah.
This one, and yep, I knew Cal was going to want to take a close-up gander at this again.
I actually I came across one of those and let it go. I regretted it though. And,
no.
Yeah, that one's very nice.
Yeah. Just it's an awesome knife, and yes, you did use flits on cleaning the bolsters, the brass on here. So
Yeah.
That's very pretty.
yeah, it's a great knife.
Very valuable knife.
You know, one that I didn't know when I bought it, I got this back in like 1982 or something, right when I got out of high school. I picked this up and I've held on to it ever since. And it's one of those things that you just I never thought in 1,000 years that this would be expensive. It's the same thing with my best friend from high school. We were talking about knives. I asked him if he still had his Western 49 Bowie. He says, oh yeah. He says, I got that thing. He goes, I use it all the time in the yard. He goes, I use it for processing my chickens and, all kinds of other stuff and chopping wood and whatever else. And I said, take a look on eBay and see what those things fetch. And he was like, oh my gosh, if I knew that, I would have never I never used it as a work knife. And I said, yeah, if I could get a time machine, I'd go back to Kmart when they were only $20 a piece and would have bought 40 of them and salted them away. Yeah.
You still have good intuition.
Yeah, exactly. But we had no idea, that these things would be valuable one day. I think that's how a lot of the older guys, the older generation, they were about knives. Now, knives were just a tool. You just went and you bought one. If it broke or, got rusty or whatever, you just throw it away, go get you another one. It was like nothing. They didn't think about a collector value to it, so it's just
Price points were different.
Fun. Yeah, exactly. All right, Tom, what you got there?
Well, some of my favorite knives are very inexpensive knives. This is a little sleeve board whittler. It was made by W.H. Morley and Sons. They were out of New York. And this knife is at least 100 years old, if not a little bit older. But the mother of pearl on there, you can see the effervescence in it, I guess is what you say. See the colors changing in it. And for a 100-year-old knife, it's just gorgeous. And look at the clip point blade there. It's got that really nice swedge on it. It is just a dandy little delightful knife. And I like finding knives like this. They don't make them like this anymore.
No, they sure don't.
Not yet.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't have to be an expensive knife.
No, sir.
That's true. Very true.
Go with Dave.
Who's going next? We're pointing. Oh,
I think
who's the
Dave
button,
and
Randy?
Kalen have one ready.
What is it? The Brady
Go ahead,
bunch?
Kalen. Go ahead, Kalen. I've
telling you.
presented more than you have. Go ahead.
I was actually going to tell you, Toad, if you didn't see it, they're asking for Bane.
I
So,
saw that. I'm like, I don't have the muscle mass to pull off Bane.
This is a Uncle Henry Trapper. This is my granddad's knife.
Nice.
It's a special one to me. It's got the Stag-Alon handles. But, of course, you can't see it on... Well, you can. It's got 2 X's there over the Schrade stamp. And I believe that means that my grandfather had this sent in, and it was warranted. And then the warranty may have been used. Or it was a factory second. But it's so flawless that I can't find anything wrong with it. The blades are just right down the center. No gapping at all. I mean, the snap is incredible on both blades. So, anybody knows what those X's mean over the original Peng stamp? I'd love to know.
Yeah, I don't know. On
Yeah,
Schrade.
that's a new one on me too.
Oh, there we go. I know Randy just. Oh, sorry. One more, I promise.
It's okay. Timing is everything.
The pre-70s old timer that I picked up. Literally around the same time Randy picked his up.
Oh, nice.
A Walden old timer. 8OT. And,
That's pre-73, right?
yeah.
Okay. I literally have the same one in my hand.
Oh yeah. Speaking of inexpensive knives, just wanted to show a couple of these off.
Yeah.
And they're still out there. I see them all the time. Still at a great price. Very affordable.
Yes, they are.
Even the old ones,
Yeah.
Thank you.
You'll go next, Randy.
No, I was he already showed the knife I was going to show.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for stealing your thunder.
That's fine.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
so-
show yours, Randy. It's okay.
So what I wanted to show here is my favorite Rough Rider knife that I own. I have two currently, but this is the Canoe pattern, and this is their Steel series, which has the black micarta handle scales with the blue G10 liners, which the camera's absolutely not going to pick that up. My camera just, the lighting in here isn't good enough. I apologize, but this does have the carbon steel blades, and I definitely love this little pocket knife. And it too is starting to pick up a nice natural patina on the blade as well, from just a little bit of use here. And another one I just wanted to quickly show, which was a gift that I got from a viewer of mine. I actually got this from Galen, and this is the Socket Bone series Trapper by Queen Cutlery.
Oh, nice.
And,
Very nice.
yeah, definitely a gorgeous knife. And I just love the fact that it's got half stops. It's in the 440 steel, and just a dandy knife. And I'm very, very happy to have this and thankful to have this.
Yeah, Mark's a great guy. He won my giveaway.
That's basically all I wanted to show for this moment. Go ahead, Randy.
Okay. We're done with that segment. On to Randy.
Just the same knife is a little bit of rust and patina. And I tell you though, no, this was a pre-73. The fit and finish is way better for ones, at least just in the ones I've gotten. And better walk and talk on the older ones. Better. There's no stepping. But one I really want to show this one off. It's Arthur Wright and Son Lamb's Foot with ebony wood, and it just, the character on that side is just really cool, right? And around here, and this is one of my favorite knives. It's a super strong pull. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read that one, but I got a couple of these. This was a gift though from Rick Warthog. So this is definitely a special knife I need to keep.
And that's a lamb's foot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Nice.
gift there.
Awesome knife. My other one kind of hurts to open. So
Very cool.
Jake's
No.
turn.
Yeah, I'll riff off of Gunslinger's last two. He had the Schrade and the Walden. So I picked this one up recently. I don't think I've shown it anywhere. This is a Schrade Walden reproduction made in 2007. And Baron Sun and GEC collaborated on this one. And so I was able to pick this up for only $40, which is pretty cool for GEC made knife.
Yeah.
Sleek blade.
Oh, wrong way.
That is a very thin clip blade, isn't it?
Yeah, extremely thin.
Wow.
Almost kind of looks like the muskrat type of blade.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a Turkish.
Turkish or Persian.
Yeah.
Have a shield on it.
Very nice.
Nice.
It's actually the first Delrin covered knife I picked up. Grabbed another one since then, but
that was a
You got
good one.
anything else?
not me.
Okay.
Hey, I know a lot of you guys collect Rough Riders, and I haven't gotten into them yet. But my good friend Ray at North Star Knife Reviews handed me this knife when I met him here last weekend. And can someone tell me, when did they change from using an I to a Y in Rider? Because this one has the I. So I know it's an older one.
I don't know the year that they changed. I don't know that part of their history.
I don't know why it was because of copyright issues.
I think so. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Bet Thrifty
Look
would
at
know the
that.
answer to that one.
Yeah.
Look at the patina on that brass, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And this is a really nice blade shape. Big fat belly there.
Yeah, it is. Here you go. Steel City knows the deal.
It's a Marmite knife, 1 minute for sure. But yeah, cool knife. Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, cool handles on that one.
Yeah,
so-
some sort of composite type stuff. I don't know.
So
Synthetic.
Stuart knows that they've changed that twice, I guess, from they started with an I, they changed to a Y. Now they're coming back to an I, but then who knows what they're going to do. Yeah, Mike Curtis says he thinks it was in the 2000s that they changed that, so.
Yep.
Yeah, Radar says that the new Fox series is Rider with an I.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
thought they had to change it because of a copyright type issue, but
I don't know for sure. We'd have to get a Rough Rider expert on here, but I
boy,
do.
our panel's been stumped twice today now, hasn't it?
That's what happens. Sometimes you know the answers and sometimes you don't.
I have to admit, that's where Patty comes in handy because he just makes up something.
It does. He's always told us that if he doesn't know the answer, he just makes it up. But here's one of my favorite Rough Riders. This is the Old Red Pickbone knife. This is a copperhead. This was my first copperhead, and still great walk and talk on this one. And I really have enjoyed having this knife. Definitely one of my favorites, and it's got the little Skinner blade secondary, but it has the reverse etch on there. Let me see. There it goes, Red Pickbone.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is an awesome little knife. I really like this one a lot. One of my newer favorites, I blame you, Mike Curtis, is the Peanut. I have been looking at them more and more and using this one more and more, and they're little, but they're capable. They are a fun little knife. Little fifth pocket carry, but definitely a decent knife. And the pen blade that's on it is actually a decent size too. It's not too little, but gives you a nice little additional secondary. But anyways, that's what I got for there. And we'll go back to you, Cal. Tom must have went to go grab something.
I don't have any Rough Riders, but I do have this Western here. Got less than $20. Got a Hawkbill. It's in Delrin, and I've cut myself 3 times with this one already. It's sneakily sharp. It's very sneaky, and it has no problem letting you know that. But I really like this one. Found it at the flea market. It's got carbon blades. Got a pattern number and is 854. Cool knife. And also have a copperhead. The only one that I have is this J.A. Hinkle's copperhead. And blue jig bone, crow's foot jigging.
That's cool.
It's got the clip point and not much of a Skinner, I would say, but what would you call that? I guess it's a Skinner. It's just the belly on it. You see how it comes back up?
Right.
Just a little bit different looking, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was told these were all discontinued in the 70s. Pocket knives, at least. They still make their kitchen knives.
Yeah. I've noticed more and more of those coming out of the woodwork, the J.A. Hinkles. And I thought they were just a cutlery manufacturer myself. I thought they just did kitchen stuff because I hadn't seen them have pocket knives. So.
Harry just picked up a fantastic one at the flea market over the weekend.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. All right. Anybody else got something they want to show real quick?
I got one more, but I'll let somebody else go.
Okay. Well, we'll get you up there, Dave.
I just thought I'd show. This is another one of my favorite knives. This is the Kubi Drake. This is in AUS 10 blade steel.
Nice.
And I have no idea what you classify this blade shape as. I'm going to say modified spay blade.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that thing, but it's in the it's got the blue G10, and it's also a flipper with a liner lock. And I mean, the action on it's just drop shut. Like, it's just absolutely a beautiful knife, and just the shape of the handle and everything. It just fits my hand perfectly. Like, this is just one of the most comfortable knives that I own, and I just love it. So that's the Kubi Drake. And I also just wanted to quickly make mention of Tom. I saw the Marmite spreader. I want to submit for the butter spreader. And I've actually proven this thing spreads butter pretty good. So
yeah, they got that nice wide blade.
I don't know. Junior takes exception to it.
The Sunfish definitely does really well at spreading the butter on the toast or whatever. So anyway, that's I was just goofing around a little bit.
So Tom, is it true or not that Junior may or may not be at summer camp at Camp Crystal Lake?
I hope not. That would be a disaster. He'd swamp every one of the canoes.
He probably would. All right. Well, we had a request from the Marvin there. He wanted to see the brown burlap moose, and this is definitely one of my new favorite knives. And I love that clip point that's on it. But my favorite blade on there has got to be this spay blade that they have. I mean, that is just awesome. And the belly on that is just perfect. I think, when you talk about just a great slicer to come down into that point, that is just fantastic. Great big knife, plenty to hang on to. Just fantastic.
That spay is reminiscent of the Panama Trapper spay.
Yes. Yep. I'll have to compare them when I get a Panama Trapper someday. I'll definitely have to do a comparison of those. And we got D2 blades out and stuff. Another great old timer is the Bruin Heritage in D2 steel. Just a fantastic little knife to have with you. Nice slim lockback that's just a classic.
I've heard good things about those.
Definitely worth picking up in any of their versions. They have the old timer Heritage. You can just get the straight up old timer USA made or not. They also have the Uncle Henry ones. What do we got there, Tom? What's going on?
Toad gave me that nice Spyderco, and it inspired me to do some carving. So I thought I'd carve a portrait or a caricature of the Toad. So
oh my.
And he muted himself again.
All right, guys.
That's my cousin, the road toad.
Road Toad, yeah.
He was singing a little too close to the road.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we're about ready to wrap it up. What do you think?
I
got
think so.
one last, if that's all right.
You got one last one? Of
You
course.
bet.
Good one.
We always
Close us down.
got room for one more.
The Boker 1906.
Oh, nice.
My favorite lockback. My buddy picked this up for me over in Germany and shipped it back to me. It's in 440C. Got the ebony
What a
handle.
great blade on that.
Yeah.
That's one brand I do not own. I do not have a Boker.
I don't have a Boker either. I need to correct that.
I'm telling you guys, I'm kind of getting on the Boker train. I don't have as many as I'd like to have, but I'm getting there.
Is that an
I
actual
know.
Stoligen made one?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it's not American. I know I don't own any American Bokers. The only other Boker I had was that Copperhead that I traded for the 75 pattern. And I'm definitely not getting rid of this one. Super
Yeah,
good
I
frame
would
there.
hold on to that too.
Absolutely.
Is it a back block?
It is.
Okay.
I know a few years ago they came out with a
Mid-back
series of knives, and the wood for it was from an old castle door. Some
Oh,
door
wow.
that was like
Yeah.
400 or 600 years old, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, this one's an ebony.
You know, I remember reading about that too. Yeah, they used wood from an old castle or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there's some other knife company that used wood from like an old ship.
Yeah,
I can't
and-
think it.
he does it. He gets Taylor eyewitnesses or Arthur Wrights, and he gets wood from like a shipwreck or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember who it was. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, Boker does great series like that. I have that the beer barrel trapper that
Yeah.
they made from the old beer barrels. They also have that series that they made out of scrap metal from old World War II tanks, the Sherman tanks and stuff. So the blade is a Damascus, made out of that armor plating and the and some steel, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, they got a lot of stuff that they do with historical materials when they can source them. But of course, historical materials come with historical prices. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
but it's one of those ones that if you got it, go for it. So yep, you got it, Mike. All the tanks.
Yeah, I think their most recent was from an old Corvette. They sourced the metal.
Oh, nice. Did you want to show one more, Dave?
I just thought for the heck of it, I would just show this. This is my very first buck 112. So
Cool.
both Tom and you, Rod, showed a buck 112, and I had not officially joined the club yet, so I now have a buck 112. And
Welcome to the club.
and yeah, I love this guy. This thing
Yeah.
just fits my hand perfectly.
It's everything that the buck 110 should have been.
Yeah, I mean, I love my buck 110, absolutely love it, but this is just a little bit more comfortable, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
And I added the quick stud to it,
Uh-huh.
just to make it easier for one-handed deployment. But yeah, dandy little knife. And I thought just before I left, I would show one knife for my country's namesake to represent all the Canadians. Here we go. There's the
Mm.
Grohmann Canadian belt knife,
There you
That's
go.
another one still on my list.
made in Pictou, Nova Scotia.
Those are such cool fixed blades.
Yeah, they
And
are.
it's another one of these weird knives that looks kind of odd until you hold it in your hand, and then you're like, oh, I get it. It makes sense when you hold it in your hand.
Right.
But yeah, very interesting design, and yeah, so just thought I'd show that.
I
Thanks.
like that one.
Very cool.
got to do Canada represent.
That's right. Always. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and end on a high note. Those were some fantastic knives, guys. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming in to fill out the pattern or the panel while our usual hosts are off doing things this weekend. So it's been a lot of fun. Definitely would love to have you guys return as guests whenever you're available. Tom, do you need to set up some Saturday chats with these guys?
Sure. Send me an email at knifedelights@gmail.com. Just love to have you on a Saturday chat. The hardest part of that, they're pre-recorded. They run just like live using StreamYard, only we pre-record them. So the hardest part is always trying to get times to match up when we can sit down and record one. But I'd be happy to have any and all of you. Of course, Toad and Randy, you've been on before. We'll get you back on again. And but yeah, the Saturday chats are fun. It's a little one-on-one type thing, and we get to know each other a little better. And I think the viewers really appreciate it. So
Thank you for
Awesome.
the offer.
Yeah.
I'll take you up on that.
Yep, you
Sounds
bet.
good. And thank you, RJ, for having us on.
You're
Yeah,
very
thank you.
welcome.
Great to meet you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, likewise.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and sign off here. And thank you for joining us. And God bless you if you watch the whole show. Just send me the bill for your therapy, and that'll be fine. And that's it for another edition of RJ's Lives. We'll see all you guys next week. Take it easy. Have a great week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.